Hi guys, it's Nicole here with Mommy Tips by Cole. This video is going to be hopefully a quick update and recap and I guess kind of prep video for my first 5K ever. And I actually recorded a video a while ago, or like a week or so ago, talking about my prep for my first 5K, and I didn't get to post that video on time, and it just kind of seemed better just to make a separate video talking about what I did and how my overall experience went. So if you've been following my channel, you'll know I've been starting my whole weight loss journey, documenting it on my channel here on YouTube. Since the beginning of this year, I was able to lose 22-ish plus pounds through my whole journey of like changing my eating habits, and then I started working out, doing Insanity, and I completed that. I completed Focus T25. Since completing T25, one of my really good friends, Amy, had suggested to me a local 5K that was being held at Rutgers University, which isn't too far from me. And she said it would be a great first 5K to start, and I was a little bit intimidated to sign up because I did place that as a goal in mind for next year, for 2014, and I didn't anticipate being ready or being willing to do one before the end of 2013. So I just took a chance and I said, you know what, let me try it. She said, even if you have to walk part of it or jog part of it and walk, whatever it is, you know, it'd be good to do it. So she convinced me, and on my Facebook challenge group, Get Healthy with Cole, and if you aren't part of that, send me a request on there and I'll add you to the group. It's an amazing support group that I created on Facebook because of these vlogs I've been doing on my channel. I mentioned in that group that I was going to create a team, a Get Healthy with Cole team, for anybody that was in the area. So a few of my friends in that group signed up, and a few new friends that I met at the event, Jackie and her boyfriend Chris, they actually live in Philadelphia, and they drove out for the 5K in Rutgers University, which is in Central Jersey. So they drove quite a bit just to come to the 5K, and it was their first 5K. And a few of my other friends that are already seasoned runners and, you know, enter all types of 5Ks and marathons and stuff like that, they were there too for support. And one of my really amazing friends, Alana, she has actually a blog, Healthy Equals Happy, I believe, .blogspot.com, but I'll put the link down below. I've mentioned her in so many of my other videos because she has been such an inspiration as far as nutrition goes, as far as fitness. She's always giving me advice, and she offered to be my pacer, and I didn't even know what that was before, but she was my pacer for the day, and I'll talk about that in a minute, but she was there to help me, but I'll talk more about that. I just want to mention first, before I get into my experience, is what I did to prepare. So like I said, I finished T25, and Alana actually suggested to still cross-train, and my friend Amy was also giving me advice too on what to do. So to still do T25 on off days, and to try to run on the alternate days if I could. Now, quite honestly, I was training for the entire month of October is when I kind of started my training for the marathon, not marathon, yeah, right, the 5K. So I only ran 5 times throughout the month of October before the 5K. The first 2 weeks, I think I did it twice, and then 2 weeks before I did it once, and then the week before I did it once, and then the week of I didn't get to run at all because I was doing so much stuff for my son's birthday, which was the day before the 5K. So I was really nervous, you know, how I was gonna do on that day. But before I get into that, I didn't even run more than 2 miles at a time, and even then I would only go a mile to a local park with my son and push the stroller, and I'd be running and, well, really jogging, and then walk, jog and walk, jog and walk a mile to the park. That would kind of be like my break, and then I would do the same going back home, and it was never more than 2 miles. And that's what made me nervous, is because I could never go further than that. And then now it was getting cold, it was like getting harder to do that, especially I had him with me, and my husband actually went with me once to a local park and we did it together, and I actually did better time-wise because I wasn't pushing the stroller that time he was. So it did definitely help to do that, and plus cross-training with the T25 and alternate days. I did notice every time I did go to run, I did feel my endurance getting better, and my breathing. I think my main thing for me was my breathing. I've always hated to run. Just keep that in mind. I remember back in elementary days, you do the mile run for gym. I would dread that, like want to not be in school that day just because I didn't want to do it. I hated running. I hated it. So I knew that was one of my biggest fears and challenges. That's why when I have gotten through Insanity and Focus 25 and I had this new confidence that I felt like I could do anything, I wanted to tackle that fear or challenge, and then that's why I wanted to enter the 5K. So fast forwarding to the day of the event, it was really cool. It was only 20 bucks to sign up, and then I pre-registered. And if you pre-register, when you get there, they give you, you sign up, they give you this like a baggie that has a bunch of goodies in it and sponsored stuff. And then they gave us this t-shirt. It says Run for RAH 2013. That's Rutgers Against Hunger. It was a charity event. And when you sign up too, they also give you this number. I don't know what it's called, but you know, you pin it to your jacket or your shirt. And there is actually a barcode thing in there. It's like all high tech. I didn't even know about all this stuff. Once you cross the start line, it tracks your progress until you hit the finish line, or your start time and your finish time, so that you can check your placement for the run that day. It was nice to have, you know, a group of people that we knew that were part of my team to do this together, and we're all at different levels obviously, but it was just a nice bonding experience, you know, to experience that first run, you know, with them and having their support, and they were all giving encouraging words, and I was really nervous and anxious. So once it started, I was like, felt like my heart was already pounding. And it was just really, I really shocked myself because that was the most I ever ran like straight, with stopping very minimal. And even when I stopped, I would speed walk, and my friend Alana was just giving me tips on how to walk and take big strides, and you know, all kinds of tips she was helping me on. She was really pushing me. I had my headphones in to listen to some music, and you know, my husband was right there, and my friend was right there. So I think having them by my side really pushed me more, and they were all telling me that the adrenaline of doing a run with other people kind of pushes you harder and, you know, makes you have a better time. And I didn't really understand it when they were telling me it until I finished. So my goal was to finish under 40 minutes because the way I was pacing through the other runs I did just on my own, my times were like 12, 13 minutes a mile. And I think, yeah, the least it was like 12 and a half when I went once with my husband. So I was thinking if I can get it under 40 minutes, that would be great. But surprisingly, I did it in 36. I think it was like 36:09, if I am not mistaken. I was really shocked because that's like the furthest that I would run. And then if I had to walk, I would speed walk for a little, and I would push myself. And then having them by my side to tell me keep going. I couldn't believe once I crossed that finish line, the adrenaline rush, the high that it was, like that feeling of accomplishment, like wow, did I really just do this? And after experiencing that, I feel like I want everybody to experience it, just like with what I've been going through with my journey with Insanity and T25. I feel like I want everybody to feel that feeling of you know, setting goals and like accomplishing them, knowing that there are things maybe that you didn't think you could ever do, and then when you do them, you're like, wow, you know, like anything is possible. Anything is possible. So, and then another thing my friends told me, that once you do your first one, you're gonna get hooked and you like want to do another. And I was like, okay, yeah, we'll see. Let me get through this one first. That's what me and my husband were saying. And then once we got through it, my husband and I couldn't stop talking about it. Like, wow, that was great. You know, we should do another one. And actually, we plan to do another one in December. It's another one in Rutgers. So if you guys are in the area and you want to do it, or you're part of my group, I will announce it there, and I'll probably create a team again, hopefully. It's called The Big Chill on December 8th. And I think the only thing to register is to bring an unwrapped toy, if I'm not mistaken. But I will give all the information on my group. If not, I'll post it down below. It was really a great experience that I highly recommend to anybody. If you guys have other questions, let me know. I just totally rambled through this whole video. Well, I just wanted to share my experience, and that's pretty much it. So I'm wearing this hat today because we were just running errands and it is a bad hair day. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you next time. Bye.